Welcome back, guys. It is Punt Factor, and we are going to be running through a Pioneer League. So let me make sure I am recording, and we are. Okay, so I've been going back and forth between Bant Spirits and Abzan Company. So I think I'm going to give Bant Spirits a try here. I actually pulled the original list off of the 5.0 deck dump. But there's a few things I didn't like. Gilded Goose, I'm super medium on this card just as a whole. I think if you are playing Oko, I think it's fantastic. If you're not, it's just a one-time mana ramp. And typically in this deck, I found myself wanting to curve out or, I don't know, hold up mana to cast Spell Queller, and I was casting Spell Queller, so I could never really make more food with this Gilded Goose. So I sort of tweaked the list, made it a little more streamlined. A lot of 3 and 4 ofs just to kind of see what I like and what I don't like. Obviously, the sideboard is sort of a mess right now because the meta is still very much shaping and taking form, so we don't really know what to expect. But just to get on through the list, the mana base isn't really that bad. It's pretty solid. 4 Botanical Sanctums, a couple Breeding Pools, 4 Glacial Fortress. I have 4 Hollowed Fountains, 1 Island, 1 Plains, 1 Scattered Groves, which, see this late game, it's fantastic because we can cycle it, but this might just end up being another Sun Petal Grove. I have 2 Sun Petal Groves and 3 Temple Gardens, 1 Yavimaya Coast. And then onto the 1-drops, very light on 1-drops. We only have Mausoleum Wanderer, 2 Remorseful Clerics for graveyard strategies, 4 Selfless Spirits, 4 Rattle Chains. I really like Rattle Chains because it allows us to play our spirits at instant speed, so it's a pretty fantastic card. 4 Supreme Phantoms. I went up to 3 Deputy of Detentions. We have 4 of the new Pioneer Spirits Lord in the Empyrean Eagle. 4 Reflector Mages, which I'm not entirely sure that I want this, but, whatever, we'll figure it out. 4 Spell Quellers, probably the best card in the deck in my opinion. 4 Collected Companies. So, through this league, I want to see if splashing green, if Collected Company is worth its weight to go that 3rd color. Because if we went and got rid of Collected Company, we could probably put in some counters and play a little bit more of a control, sort of control mid-rangey grind fest, where this deck is looking to obviously interact, with them through our creatures, but we're also looking to just put out a bunch of power, and go to face that way. So onto the sideboard. Baffling End is pretty sweet. I've been fairly impressed with this card. I do like it. I have a couple Rest in Pieces. I would like these Rest in Pieces to be Remorseful Clerics, but, I don't have the other 2 Remorseful Clerics. And Rest in Peace is obviously just a little bit better. It's a little harder to remove, so felt like it was fine there. 2 Eidolon Rhetorics because the Phoenix decks are definitely a thing, and that really does slow them down. And yes, it is, 2-sided, but us only being able to cast 1 spell a turn definitely doesn't hurt us that bad, because if we have a Rattle Chains out, we can flash in a creature, so we can kind of still stay ahead of them in that regard. I have a couple Veil of Summers, and then obviously 3 Night of Autumns, just a good utility card. And right now I'm running 3 Phyrexian Revokers, and I'm actually finding this to be pretty standard in my builds. Even my Abzan Company build, I have 3 Revokers, 3 Knights. Pretty standard. The Phyrexian Revokers, they're just hitting a lot of stuff right now, and it's fantastic. So we're going to give that a go. Let's go ahead and jump into a league. Bant Spirits 2, got it. So I've been playing a couple leagues, the new format, and haven't had too much success. Now, I haven't run through with my Abzan list or my Bant list. I've only taken through my mono green, sort of aggressive stompy deck, and Yeah, deck's a lot of fun, but it definitely gets crushed because it's extremely linear. You have one plan and you have one plan all the time, and people that can kind of deal with that plan, or if they have heavy removal or life gain, just completely hoses you because you don't really even have that much interaction post board. I have 4 Prey-Upons, which have helped a lot to get rid of problematic creatures. But really, the sideboard is mainly more protection. As I have Veil of Summers in here, I have the heroic interventions. So if I'm playing against a heavy interactive deck, you know, it's great. But if I'm playing against something where I need specific sort of scalpel pieces, the deck just kind of falls apart. So let me go ahead and turn this down. We are on the play, which is good. We have a nice curve here. We have it's unfortunate that we have a bunch of tap lands. It's gonna set us back, but we're gonna go ahead and keep it. Yeah, that's the one thing that you struggle with, in Pioneer is we don't have perfect mana. And that's kind of another reason why, I really want to find out if Collected Company is the way to go. Because if, I'm not running Oko. So is Collected Company worth it? Okay, so if we draw an untapped source, I guess either one of these is fine. For next turn, if we draw an untapped source. So I guess we'll just go ahead and Glacial Fortress. Actually, no. Let's Sun Petal here. Let's get in for one. It is definitely worth noting that we can sack this to counter something, so we have to keep that in mind. Fortunately, that's not an instant or sorcery. So, take 2 here. Okay. Of course we wouldn't get an untapped source. Whoops. And of course I would not tap white. Definitely Selfless Spirit. Let's play this so I don't forget. Now the question is, do we... I think we attack. And then I do want to hold up. I'm not going to chump with Selfless Spirit because next turn... Next turn we can kind of deputy with protection. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, we're just going to take it. Okay. All right, so I can flash in Spell Queller. Okay, this is interesting. Supreme Phantom. Pump our dudes. Get in for 5. We could block and sacrifice Selfless Spirit. Or I could flash in Spell Queller, and we could block and then sack Selfless Spirit. So if I flash in Queller, we could kill the Copter for sure. Could also Deputy. I think I just want to Queller. Yeah, let's just wait. And let's let him crew. Because then he's only attacking us with 2 creatures and not all 3. No, I will Queller almost anything here. That's definitely one to Queller. Okay. So that worked out. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we could swing in for 8. Yeah, well, okay, wait. He can crew. He can crew here. So why don't we... Wait a minute. I have to think about this. So if I play Supreme Phantom, we have a 3/4. Smuggler Copter can't kill it. We have a 3/2. Selfless Spirit can. So I can basically swing him with the Queller. And then I have a Phantom, Selfless Spirit, and a Wanderer to block on the backswing. So then we'll have 3, 4, 5, 5 power. He'll be at 12. Play a Supreme Phantom. Well, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do think the safer play is to get rid of this Copter. Because it's the only thing that can block me right now. Let's go ahead and do that. So if we get him down to 10, and I go 3, 4, 5, 6, there's no way he can get us from 13, I don't think. I'll go ahead and leave one back. Okay, so we'll block here. Huh. Do I get a 10? Because it's still going to do damage to me, I think. You know what? That's a roll I need to look up. Because it's kind of important right now. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Absolutely. Okay. So I'm not going to kill off my Mausoleum Wanderer. I'll take the 3, go down to 10. Okay. So we can still crew. Actually, do I play Reflector Mage here? Take his Soul Scar Mage off the board. He can't crew here. I can hit him for 3. Then he can't play this next turn. He'll be down to 8. Then if I rip a land, I can double Phantom. So he'll be at 8. From there, he would take 9, 10, 11, 12. He would take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He would be dead on board. So I think I actually do that. He'll probably tap and crew. Okay. All right. So there's an Eidolon. Down to 7. That'll be it. Okay. So let's bring in Knight of Autumns here. And let's get rid of a couple Remorseful Clerics. And Get rid of a Reflector Mage. I'll have to rewatch that game, I think. There were definitely points that I misplayed there. I don't think we won anything else. It was a shame we got stuck on 3 lands. Would have helped being able to be a little more aggressive. So 2 lands here. Sure. We have 2 draws to hit. It's not a bad pickup. Go ahead and take 2. Pass the turn here. I probably should have played Selfless Spirit there. Yeah, that was pretty bad. And us only hitting 2 lands here is pretty atrocious. I think this game may or may not be gone. Okay. I hate to play that. Oh, that hurts. So I feel like 3 cards. We're at 8. I feel like we have to get rid of the Looter Scooter here. Actually, no. I feel like we get rid of this. Okay. So he's down to 2 cards. I don't like that. He can activate it. Okay, so he's gonna... Ooh. So we're at 4. I feel like we have to main phase this collected company. Because if we let him untap, well, we might hit a spell queller too, though. So wait, if we let him untap, let's think about this. What are we hoping to hit? So spell queller would be useless here. Night of Autumn. Yeah, let's go ahead and just wait. That's fine. That's fine. I can't let any of this through. Now next turn he just kills us. Yep. Oh, that was rough. That was really rough. All right. Jump into number 2. Yeah, that was definitely tough. Probably shouldn't have kept that hand, but... a little slow, but we have turn 1, turn 2. We have the potential if we can get to 4. Sure. Let's see what we're going to play against. We can at least play Mausoleum Wanderer. Unfortunately, these Glacial Fortresses are going to come in tapped. So it's going to be a slow start. But if we're playing someone who has a decent start, at least we can deputy something. And then hopefully these 2 like back-to-back Cocos will make up for our sort of turn 4 speed. Okay, Once Upon a Time. Goblins. I guess. Huh. Interesting. Make sure, yep. Okay. Okay, that's actually not a bad pickup. At least we can deputy on curve. Coco might be one behind. That's fine, we'll take one. So let's go ahead and play a Glacial Fortress. Pass the turn. Now we will take two, but then I'll just Legion War or Deputy this War Boss. Okay, that's fine. So what are we going to grab here? Another Bone Crusher. Maybe the Mana Dork is really necessary. I really just didn't feel like the Gilded Goose was worth it. Remorseful Cleric is fine. Ah. I meant to play Botanical Sanctum. Alright, anyway. Let's get rid of this boss. Go ahead and take two. Wait, what am I doing? He's going to stomp. Yep. I am just fairly puntastic there. And we definitely got a little punished here for me screwing up. It's okay. Because this turn we would have been playing a Coco. Let's go ahead and kill that if we can. Now let's see if we can catch up. It's not looking too good. But we really only have 3 creatures to deal with. Let's see what we can hit. Okay, so Reflector Mage. Spell Queller being a 2/3. Reflector Mage can bounce something. So we can Reflector Mage a token. And we can spell Queller another token, but we're still taking 4. Or it's a 4/3. We're still taking 4 there. Huh. I think we have to go there. And we can block, block. Down to 4. Okay. If we hit so I can play Mausoleum Wanderer and then still Coco. Okay. Sure. So Eagle Eagle would give us quite a bit of power. We would have a 5/6, a 3/5. Yeah, I think we go Lord. This pumps a bunch. And let's do some blocking here. Let's go here, 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 here. What was that? All right, that's it. I thought it was an instant. Well, we almost clawed back. So, what should we do here? we should be able to very easily pick this opponent apart. I don't even think Baffling End is worth it. I think we have enough interaction. I don't like Reflector Mage all that much. Only because I don't want to give him back the giant. So we could pull out a couple Reflector Mages and bring in I mean, Knight of Autumn's trade pretty well with the Giants. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Let's bring out three mages. Let's bring in a few Knight of Autumns. Can also gain us some life if we need it. Let's see if we can get a hand where we can actually play. Not this one. Okay, this looks better. Yeah, this hand curves out nice. We have a nice deputy, which is good. What are we going to bottom here? Cleric. There's a goose. Play a Sanctum. Play a Rattlechains. Give that Hexproof. Swing in. Legion Warboss. We'll take the one. We're going to play Deputy. Now hopefully we can hit a Coco here. Or a Lord. We're going to go ahead and take the one. Here comes a Stomp. Nope, there's another Legion Warboss. Might as well go ahead and cycle this. Flooding out here just a little bit. Okay. Well, I'm kind of glad that we brought in our Knight of Autumn. So we're taking quite a bit here. Oh, they have Menace. That hurts. And we ripped another land. That's good. I go figure. Sometimes you just have to love Magic. I think we just die here. Yeah, everything has Menace. That's it. That is it. Alright, starting off strong with a couple O2s. Exciting times. We are getting slaughtered. Alright. League match 3. Sure. This seems okay. That art is sweet. Alright, let's see what we're up against. Thoughtseize. No. Okay. It's a good card. Go and play Mausoleum Wonder here. Then we'll go Phantom Phantom and hopefully just race him. I don't know what this is. Vampires, Mono Black Devotion. Okay. Play a Phantom. Fatal Push. I'm confused. He's trying to push. That's fine. We'll actually let that happen. Maybe I shouldn't have actually. Maybe I should have countered that. Because then I could have blocked his knight. Man, what is it with all these lands? So let's go ahead and get a Hollowed Fountain in here tapped. And let's play a knight, or a phantom. Fatal Push. At this point, I will actually counter this. So I can just successfully block his knight. Unless, of course, he drops a land here. Then he can pump it. Kind of feel bad for the guy now. There's another phantom. That's actually a pretty good draw. Okay, so now he can pump this thing. We will take the 3 or the 1. See what he wants to hit. No, I think we're going to go ahead and make him indestructible. One second. All right. Let's go ahead and swing in. I do think that was the right call, because now we can counter something if we have to. What do we got? Huh. Okay. He's probably going to use the second ability. To kill Mausoleum Wanderer. Yeah. Okay, kind of figured. That was good. let's go ahead. We have to kill Sorin here. Flying first strike. Okay. So we got that one. Alright, so vampires. Vampires. I think we can take out a couple remorseful clerics. We could add in a couple Phyrexian revokers. Why don't we bring in a couple Veil of Summers? Let's take out... Let's leave Reflector Mage in. Let's take out a Rattle Chains. Try it like that. Veil of Summer's a great card. I would like to have 3 in the sideboard, but alas, I do not. And with that being said, guys, I will be right back. Give me 1 sec. Alright, guys. This hand is pretty... man, these lands are just freaking screwing us up. So we're basically going to be able to play a Fortress, a Sanctum, Lord. If we draw an untapped Source, we're going to be able to hold up Queller. I think we have to keep this hand. Ideally, one of these Glacial Fortresses was like a Hallowed Fountain, which would be sweet. But we do have 2 draws to check it out. Maybe, or sorry, 3 draws. Veil of Summer is sweet. Go figure. No, that's okay. I almost dropped the Sanctum just to hold up Veil of Summer, but I figured that if he must have literally just ripped Thoughtseize, because obviously he would have done it turn 1. So it didn't seem like the right play there. I hate these Glacial Fortresses. Let's take it slow. It's fine. We'll play Sanctum, then we'll be able to play our Supreme Phantom, and we'll have a Veil of Summer to protect it. Or we could just play Deputy. Yeah, that sounds good. We'll play Deputy of Detention. Or we'll just play a Lord. And we will use Veil of Summer. I'm probably just going to use Veil of Summer even if he doesn't target anything. If he just plays a card. Because I really want to get to that 4th mana. So we can hold up Queller. That's fine. We'll take the 3 here. We'll let him gain some life. Okay. Perfect. So let's go ahead and kill Sorin. I don't like shocking this in, but I want to protect our Phantoms because I think if we can essentially untap with Spell Queller up, I don't see how we can lose. Okay, so five mana. That would be a 4/3. So we're at 12. We could play Rattle Chains. But like we can't do Rattle Chains, Queller. And hold up Veil. I think we get power on the board though. And let's go ahead and swing in here. So if he discards a card, actually this will be only once each turn. Okay. I think we take the 3 still. I don't like it. 1, 2, 3. But I think we do. Second Queller. Let's play Deputy of Detention. Get rid of this. Veil. Swing in for 4. Okay. So he can basically pump this to a 3. So he shouldn't swing in? Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll, okay, good. Then we'll be able to hold back a Queller. So all right, guys. Whew. Clean 2-0 against Vampires. Jump into League Match 4. So what did we play so far? We played Mono Red Prowess, which is tough. We played Grohl, green red like Rhythm of the Wild style deck, which we should not have lost. There was no reason why we should not have been able to take care of that deck. But mana, we've been having a lot of mana issues, which concerns me. This is actually the first time that I've run into this many issues with having, go figure, down to 5. Okay, so let's keep this. Get rid of this, and I hate to get rid of more mana. I feel like probably get rid of Reflector Mage, but at the same time, if it's an aggressive deck, it could just be what we need. I might get rid of a mana though, and that mana might be Hollowed Fountain. And then we just hope to draw into a mana in three turns to allow us to cast everything in our deck. Perfect. So we can just bring that in, tapped. We'll play a Cleric, and then we'll play the Phantom. Okay. So let's see Evan here. Okay, so this is... He's playing, oh, what is it? Yeah, that deck. So that's actually a pretty good pull. I feel like we phantom here, swing for 3. I would love to get a Spell Queller in hand. We do have to keep his sack outlets off the field. That's what's important. If we can keep his sack outlets at bay. That's fine. It's annoying, but it's fine. So I feel like I want to play something. So he's going to continue to hit me for 2. Let's get rid of the Cutthroat. Swing for 2. Okay. Play the Phantom. Yeah, so Reflector Mage, I definitely think Deputy of Detention is where I'd rather be as a 4 of. It's just a good card, and then I could get on to 3 Reflector Mages. Honestly, they're just so expensive online. Like, I have the cards here. Actually, where are they? They're right in front of me. Yeah, I have them here. The whole playset, and I have my Reflector Mages. I just don't feel like spending $10 online for another Deputy. I mean, I have 3. That's exactly what I needed. No, I think we're good. Wait, draw a card. If there are 5 or more cards in your graveyard, exile it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then up to 1 target creature gets -2, -0. Do we let this resolve? I feel like that's something we Reflector Mage. Not doing creature control dies, draw a card. Does this matter? Does he have flying at all? He doesn't have a sack outlet here. Oh, you may sacrifice a creature when it enters the battlefield. Do I even care? So... Oh, he's going to return a creature to its owner's hand. He's going to sack Reflector Mage, return it to his hand. Okay. Well, that was dumb. I wasted a Spell Queller. I might have punted this game because of that. Maybe. Yep, I definitely did. Because that was what I needed to Queller. That sucks. That's good. Okay, so this thing can basically, he can sack a creature and pump it. This doesn't matter. This is fine. So go here, holding up Queller. Doesn't have reach, does it? Okay. So cast it for 5. So Reflector Mage is gonna come back in. That's pretty cool. So he's going to bounce my Queller. So what does Reflector Mage read? Spells with the same name. Go figure. Well, I can at least chump. Can at least chump block with the Reflector Mage. That's not what I wanted. Too bad I can't cast that. Okay. And he's going to rally back all this, and he's going to win. Yep. That was crazy. Okay, so rest in peace for sure. What is sort of irrelevant here? Let's get rid of one Reflector Mage. Yeah, I definitely don't want 4 Reflector Mages in this list. You can also probably get rid of a Rattle Chains here, and then this might not be atrocious, but I think we'll just go with that. Well, we curve, so it's actually a pretty nice curve too. Then we have our little piece of graveyard hate. So let's start with a breeding pool. I think we're actually going to play out Rattle Chains here. That way, when he casts Rally, we can flash in Cleric and sack it. I think I like that plan. Since we can't Queller Rally, let's go ahead and Queller. Something. That's fine. We are winning the race. 1 damage at a time. So I'm definitely inclined to Queller almost anything here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just get rid of that. Whoops. I mean, I probably should have waited for the sack outlet. Yeah, but that's fine. So 3, 4, 5. We really just need to flash in. Do we get rid of this Jace? No, let's just hold. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. Selfless Spirit. Okay. So he's completely tapped out. He can sacrifice this and this and this. That would be 4 cards in library. He's at 5. I don't know if I understand. My mouse got like really sensitive all of a sudden. Woo! Do we concede here? I just don't know what he can do. Because I can Deputy of Detention. Okay. Let's run it back. So I don't know. I might also, like... Is green worth running for Collected Company? I don't actually know. Because I know, like... Some builds are running... Like, I could make this a looter scooter. Kind of gives me some card draw, or like card filtering. Let's see. This hand is a bomb in a good way. We have our cleric. It's a very, very strong hand. Wow. Okay. Alright, so let's think about this. We can't play out a Remorseful Cleric. If we hold up Spell Queller, we're able to play double Phantom next turn. No value. Fair enough. That sucks for him. So now we can play... Mausoleum Wanderer and hold up Spell Queller. So now this guy's going to flip. We will take 3. He's going to downtick this. And I am going to Spell Queller it. He's like, but I have the extra mana in case you Mausoleum Wonder me. I'm like, no, no, no. I have the Spell Queller. Oh, it's so good. Feels so good. Just saying. That's nice. Okay, so I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remorseful Cleric plus Eagle. Let's go ahead and Eagle. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Four, 5, 6, be down to 10. And then we can just definitely kill him. Let's get rid of this Jace. Then we will Remorseful Cleric here. And then just kill him next turn. I guess I could have done that. He would have been down to 9 for Mausoleum Wonder. So he's going to return what? Jace to his hand? So he's going to sacrifice. Okay. Okay. That's some stuff. There's a sack outlet. Okay. This thing. So he can gain 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's at 14. So if we go Supreme Phantom, Supreme Phantom. I don't like not being able to spell quell something, but I also hate math. He can block one of these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think I have him. Because he blocks the 6. Takes 14. Yeah, he gains 4. I lose 4. Yeah. All right, guys. 2-2 going into League Match 5. This has been an intense little league here. Let's see if we can actually 3-2 in cash. That would be nice. I don't want to continue to spend $10. Although I do have some play points, which is sweet. What do I got over here? I have 55. I think I should get what? 50 or something? So I'll be able to go into another league, which would be sweet. Definitely want to make some tweaks. You know what's weird? We actually haven't seen Coco much, have we? Or Mana. You know, Mana's been really great this league. We've been just like curving out real nice. Although this is actually a nice curve. We can keep this. What do we want to get rid of? So we turn 1 have to damage ourselves. Turn 2 have to damage ourselves. I feel like we get rid of a Rattle Chains. Hopefully we can get a not damaging land. Okay. This looks like maybe an Aetherworks Marvel style. If that's the case, our life shouldn't matter too much because they basically just ramp into something that you can't deal with anyway, so it's just irrelevant. Sea Gate's Wreckage. Draw a card, activate this ability only if you have no cards in hand. Alright, there's a Looter Scooter. Not gonna crew it. Alright. Supreme Phantom. We are taking a lot of damage. So actually though, why don't we Supreme Phantom? If he wants to trade, that's fine. Sure. What is that? Okay. Huh. Okay. So, Matter Reshaper. Okay, this is not what I expected it to be. Land? Land. Give me a land. Come on, Moto. Give me a land. Help me out with this 3-2. We are both stuck on 2 lands. Sure. We'll take the 3. I just want, like, 1 land would be great. God, I'm doing more damage to myself than my opponent. We're running 23 lands in this deck. That is what is just so mind-blowing to me. I probably will trade here. If my opponent offers it. Because, so, we're at 8. 6. At 9. Then we're at 3. Because he activates Mutavault. He's at 9. 6. Yeah, I think we take this trade. And dear Lord, if we could ever get to... No. Oh, Thought Not Seer, good. If we could ever get to another mana. Oh, go figure, we gave him that Thought Not Seer. It doesn't matter. It's fine, he can take whatever he wants. Deputy of Detention will be the 1 if we can get to... I hate this. So we're basically going to take 6. Okay. Sure. Activate Mutavault. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, now we're just dead. Stuck on two manas. Okay. Okay. So, I'm glad we have to continue to do damage to ourselves. So, I think we're going to go... Deputy of Detention. Let's get rid of that. Draw a card. Do we kill Domri? I don't think we can. And I also don't think we can swing. Unless we kill Domri. If we kill Domri, we can go down to 1, but then we can't cast. I think we have to pass here. Domri, Anarch of Bolas. That'll just do it. Okay. So we're playing some crazy Eldrazi. What is good in crazy Eldrazi? Remorseful Cleric does not matter. So we can get rid of that. Deputy Reflector's good. Okay. We could bring in a couple of these. We don't have to worry about Chalice of the Void in this format, which is good. Yeah, this seems fine. So, if we hit a Revoker, Domri. Alright, can we just get like a... What is up with the Botanical Sanctum into 2 Glacial Fortresses? Does anybody know? I don't know. But we've literally had those 3 lands like 85% of our games. Alright, Mulligan. In our opening hand, mind you. This is better. Yeah, I'll take this. We have the 4 mana, but we're going to hope to draw one. So we're going to Botanical Sanctum, and then turn 2, play one of these tapped, then only take 2 damage off of our pain lands. And hopefully we can Coco into something awesome. Shock. Oh, once upon a time, what do we find? Reality Smasher. That is a little terrifying, I'm not going to lie to you. Because we cannot Queller that one. So, Lord right here would be sweet. Because I feel like, to a certain degree, we're definitely going to be racing this game. Spell Queller is just kind of medium on his top end. I mean, if we can... Next turn, he's not going to be able to play out Thought-Knot Seer. We definitely don't want that to resolve to affect our Collected Company. So... Let's see. So 2... Yeah, we'll be able to protect ourselves from a Thought-Knot Seer on curve here. Let's go ahead and play out our Temple Garden. Tapped. Might as well swing in for 1. Man, my nose. Freaking allergies are just like insane. Come on, buddy. There we go. Yeah, because then next turn we'll play out our Botanical Sanctum, and then that way A, we can Queller on curve, and then B, we're going to be able to Coco on curve, which will be good. We should be able to stay ahead of his threats. The only way... So the only real way we get punished if he... Let's see. I'm trying to think how we get... Okay, stomp. I'm trying to think how we get crushed here. I guess I could have sacked this. Well, it wouldn't have mattered. Never mind. Still would have died. Do you know what's super sweet? So it is turn your clocks back an hour night, which is awesome. Now, when I was younger, I got super stoked because it was like, hey, I have an extra hour to be out at the bars or whatever. But now, I'm like, dude, I get an extra hour to play Magic. And that is a much better life. Okay, so we'll hold up Queller here if he drops a Thought-Knot Seer. Even if he drops this stupid giant, we're going to Queller it. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Reflector Mage is pretty solid. We're going to go ahead and swing in for 2. So one nice thing, we can Rattle Chains to give Hexproof. Or we can Coco. So here's a Reality Smasher. Okay, let's just go ahead and Coco here. Revoker, Eagle. So we're going to take 5, and that's going to hurt. So this is going to be Domri, Anarch of Bolas. So we're going to take 5. That was a really lousy hit. Really lousy hit. So if we rip a land, we can Reflector Mage. So this would be a 4/5. I think we have to swing in here with everything. And then Reflector Mage the Reality Smasher. And then next turn we can Eagle for 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, yeah. Okay, got that one. Now it gets a little more difficult. Do we want anything else? Do we think Baffling End is something we're interested in? Nah, that's just with CMC 3 or less. Never mind. It's not good enough. And just run it back. Do we have a curve? Nope. One land. Can't cast any of our spells. That sucks. This is just pisses me off to no end. Well, good game. That just sucks. Absolutely blows. Maybe I should have kept the first hand. What's at least something? We'll play that out in case we find an untapped land. We can at least play Rattle Chains on 2. Okay. Well, we at least got something going. Okay. Yep. Take 2. Okay. So if we can get an untapped source, we can hold up Queller for a Thought Knot. It's an untapped source. I hate taking 2. But it is what it is. You can also flash in Rattle Chains. Reality Smasher, huh? Let's flash this in. Yeah, we cannot take 10. God, taking 6 is just brutal. Let's kill Matter Reshaper. What's he cast? Okay. Figures. But we absolutely could not let that Reality Smasher swing in again. So we had to Reflector Mage it. And now at next turn he's just gonna Reality Smasher us. And we're gonna lose. The only thing I could potentially hit is like a Collected Company in hopes of getting into a Cocoing into a Deputy of Detention. Nope. That's it. Gosh, that sucks. Yep. Yep. So this has Trample. Yep, we go there. Go to 2. That is it. All right, guys. So, very disappointing match 3, or yeah, match 3 of Game 5. I mean, I feel like we have the tools to beat a deck like that. Man, this mana base is just screwing me. Yeah, but I mean, overall, I mean, the deck felt great. I think, it felt good. I think, I'd rather go up like an additional Deputy of Detention, maybe go down 1 Reflector Mage. I do like all of the interactions that these creatures kind of possess. When we did see Collected Company, it did feel good, in the deck because we have so many creatures that do pretty powerful stuff. Even just hitting, a couple of our 8 lords, or pumping up Mausoleum Wonder to counter something. Hitting a Deputy of Detention. Like, Collected Company definitely does feel good in the deck. But in blue-white, if there's a way to kind of get a draw engine going, I think, it would be fine to do a blue-white. And, in that case, you would definitely go more control tempo-y. But no, I mean, it felt good. Going 2-3 sucks, but I do feel like we got robbed a little bit in a couple of those games. Especially, not the Prowess one, the Prowess deck, which was round 1, we just got beat. We got crushed. But I felt like versus the Rhythm of the Wild Gruul style round 2, kind of felt like we got robbed a little bit there. But that's variance and that's Magic, and it happens. But definitely that last match, Game 3 of League Match 5, that was disappointing. Having to mull to 5 and still not really having an ideal hand at 5 against our opponent who kept 7s is definitely tough. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying Pioneer just in general. I think it's a great format. I'm anxious to see kind of how the format, the meta forms and how it kind of solidifies a little bit. I think it'll make it a little easier to make a sideboard that's a little more practical for what we're going to see on a more regular basis. But the next league, I might end up running my Abzan company. So stay tuned for that one, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. This is Punt Factor bringing you all the Pioneer content. More to come, guys.